Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At power forward, P.J. Washington. At shooting guard, Cody Martin. At center, Mason Plumlee. At the other forward position, Kelly Oubre Jr. At the other guard position, LaMelo Ball. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Clifford. Let's meet the starting five for your New Orleans Pelicans. At the shooting guard, at 6'6", number 11, Dyson Daniels. At power forward, 6'10", number 10, Jackson Hayes. At center, 6'11", number 17, Jonas Valanciunas. At guard, 6'3", number 3, CJ.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for. Kevin, back to you.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. The guard and off guard are Ball and Martin. The big men on the floor, it's Washington and Plumlee. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for the Pelicans, they've got Jonas Valanciunas. He's out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the two guard.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
Hayes with the screen for Ingram. And he slams it down right on top of P.J. Washington.
Awesome. Brandon Ingram typically isn't about the flash, but he showed it right there.
Ball against McCollum. Knocks it loose. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. That one drops for him.
You see the strength by C.J. McCollum on that bucket.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 4-point game. Ball sets a screen for Oubre. That one, no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
They wreaked havoc on the defensive end and really held the pace of the game in their favor for the entire game.
Shot clock at 2. McCollum, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Ball kicks to Oubre. No good on the 3. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here is Daniels, covered by Martin. Daniels dishes to McCollum. Launches a 3. Again, McCollum missing. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Now here is Martin. He's covered by Daniels. Pulls it from 20. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Back to McCollum. Tries from 10. And the Pelicans miss again.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Pass to Washington. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens. He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Here's Ball. And again, the Hornets missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Here is Daniels, covered by Martin. Ball against McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
McCollum against Ball. Washington with a screen on McCollum. Ball, no good.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ingram against Oubre. Ingram kicks to Daniels. Driving inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal.
Now, every season we hear mention of the rookie wall. Is that real, Steve, or is it just a myth?
Kevin, it's real. And for some players, the NBA seems so much longer and more grueling than the college season. It's certainly an exhausting adjustment.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Daniels. Hornets trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Look at some numbers for Plumlee. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's averaging 7 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. but you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
He has ferocity down low. He sets the tone for this club night in and night out.
Here's Ball. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Washington. Plumlee trying to break loose. Washington, that's good.
And there's one aspect of the game LaMelo's not going to ignore, keeping his teammates involved and the offense working as a unit.
Now here's McCollum. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. McCollum against Ball. The shot, no good.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Daniels passes to McCollum. Off target with his three.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
McCollum kicks to Hayes. He dishes it to Ingram. Back to Hayes. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Martin dishes the ball. Can't tie it up as that one misses. New Orleans in the lead. And here's Daniels. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Ingram, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This is why you take strength training seriously. Ingram may not have converted that earlier in his career.
Smitty taking a look at Brandon Ingram. He is a very difficult matchup.
He is, Kevin. He scores in bunches, works well as a facilitator, and is capable of serving as a lead ball handler. Plus, with his length and skill set, he can play 1 through 4.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Now, here's Oubre. He had 15 points last outing. Richards passes to Smith. Outside, Martin. 5 to shoot. For 3, Oubre drills the three-pointer. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. Makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
And here is Ingram after the three-pointer from Kelly Oubre. Shoots off the step back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance. All right, a chance to check out stats for LaMelo Ball. Charlotte trailing. Smith outside. Oubre sets the screen for Smith. Oubre on the wing. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Right wing. Here's Valanciunas. The rebound by Richards. Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Martin, the pass to Smith. Hayward outside, takes a 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
For 3.
And it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He's guarded closely. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And it's the Hornets' ball. They're on a 13-3 run right now. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Here now is the 2K leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively.
Line for the Hornets.
The Hornets, number 1.
Gordon Hayward.
What a month
Taking
they've had
2
defensively.
shots.
I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
First one falls for him.
And how about the winning mindset Hayward brings to this team? He's done it at every level, just goes out and competes.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Murphy's checked in, and it's Herbert Jones in for Ingram. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Nick Daniels checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Pelicans trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Graham with the ball. Now defended by Hayward. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's Graham. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
An area he must sharpen over time. Smith Jr. has the defensive skills. Just needs to work on his will.
Now, here is Smith. Outside for Martin. 4 on the clock. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
2 minutes remaining.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And looking at some numbers for Martin, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Now, here is Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And have to be very careful when you're on Smith Jr. He doesn't back down from the contact.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And another thing coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
The free throw drops for Smith.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability, Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
Both good from the line that time. And so Graham will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Timeout.
They trail by 7. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Pelicans. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out west. You look at Texas. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I don't think they've played their best basketball, so if things do come together for them before the end of the regular season, look out.
There's 1:47 left in the first. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal.
Devontae Graham's skills as a three-point marksman are impressive.
GA, the stat sheet says it all. Multiple seasons he's been in the top 20 for three-point makes, and he loves to find those daggers from 3.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Graham.
You know, Graham's game is all about a mix of pace and focus. He plays at a high tempo, but doesn't rush things. It's impressive.
And Graham drops them both. 1:42 left in the first quarter. Graham against Smith. The pass to Richards. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here is Murphy. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Alvarado passes to Nance. It's good.
And I like that play. Nance on the roll, great athleticism, tough to defend.
Passes to Hayward. Smith sets the pick for Hayward. Baseline jumper. Yes, that goes in. Hayward's got 6 points. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Graham kicks to Murphy. Here's Alvarado. Great D that time from Martin. Hornets leading by 7. Hayward passes to Smith. He takes it in. Clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Martin. Nance with the rebound. Graham with the ball. Pass to Alvarado. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
15 foul.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
The Pelicans have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
3 shots. 3 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans.
20.
everyone for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And this league has plenty of guys who can take over a game at any time. But, Steve, how fun is it to have a team with multiple threats and on any given night?
Well, it's really, Kevin, unfair because you have two guys that can get it going. And for the defense and the other team, that is hard to contend with.
And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. The big men on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. LaMelo Ball is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's McDaniels at the small forward. No good from Valanciunas. Charlotte leading by 5. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first free throw of the game.
McDaniels. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for McDaniels. And McDaniels drops them both. Pelicans trail by 7. Graham surveying the floor. For 3, Ingram. The Hornets pull it in. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
Here is Daniels, following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Here's Valanciunas, and it's McDaniels with the rebound. Hornets leading by 9. Oubre on the wing. A new 14 for Charlotte. Ball against Graham. Ball, the pass to McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. Oubre can't get it to go.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter. Hasn't made one since.
Pass to Hayes. Ingram outside. Shoots over McDaniel. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Ingram.
Showing some nice handles in the pick and roll. Ingram's creativity is fun to watch in these sets.
Ball finds Plumlee. Up top, Graham. He's covered by Washington. The pass to Daniels. Here's Valanciunas. Plumlee with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. McCollum's checked in for New Orleans. Martin's checked in for Charlotte. McCollum against Ball. That one misses. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's McCollum. And Ball with the block. Over in the corner, Washington. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Washington's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now here's Hayes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. McCollum dishes to Hayes. Daniels passes to McCollum. Stolen by Ball. By himself. And Ball slams it in.
Worth the price of admission. LaMelo with a tremendous play on the ball and finishes on the other end.
Pass to Ingram. Over Oubre. The Hornets pull it in. Plumlee's got 8 rebounds in this game. McCollum against Ball. Plumlee with a screen on McCollum. The kick out to Ball. Back to Oubre. Outside, Ball. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hayes finds Ingram. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. And they'll get another chance.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Ball. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for LaMelo Ball.
He's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jump call.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And some changes here for the Hornets. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Gordon Hayward comes in for Washington. And Smith subbed in for Oubre. On defense, Charlotte, and Nance kicks to Jones. Nance sets a screen for McCollum. Six on the shot clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
You simply can't let CJ find looks he wants at the arc. His range, it's too good.
Down low, here's Richards, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's McCollum. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio. Misses the three.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Ball finds Smith. Outside for Martin. Here's Richards. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Now here's McCollum. It's a 13-point game. Nance sets a screen for McCollum, and the jumper is on the mark. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Look how mobile and quick CJ is. Terrific at making fast decisions and pick and rolls.
Richards passes to Hayward. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
McCollum kicks to Murphy. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Again, McCollum missing.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Pass to Richards.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hayward. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Gordon Hayward is really clever in how he gets contact on his shots. Really using his long arms well to create the foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
And the first one at the line is good.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Devontae Graham's checked in for New Orleans. And a switcher also for Charlotte. McDaniels checked in for Ball. Hayward hits them both.
And doing a good job from the line here in the second quarter.
Here's the pass to Murphy. Graham with the ball. Shoots the three. Hornets with the rebound. Richards got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Hayward from outside. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
So smooth. Tonight, a great example of what Hayward can do for you as a scorer.
Here's Alvarado. It's deflected.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Hayward finds Smith. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Passes it to Richards. And he slams it one-handed.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Alvarado. Outside Murphy. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Smith outside. Hayward outside. There's a screen. Again, the Hornets score.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends. and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
So it's Gordon Hayward making things happen for the Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this.
Hey there and welcome. It's getting hot in here and the postseason hunt is getting even hotter. Never a better time for a look at the league power rankings.
You take a look at the Hornets. Past week was UGLY. They ain't got no alibi. You need to figure it out.
No wins with 3 losses. I do like your cheerleading, Jack. You need the pom-poms. But they need to find a really good stretch right here and play better.
Well, I was not trying to sound like a cheerleader, but now I am. UGLY. You ain't got no alibi, you ugly. Kenny, you ugly.
Let's turn our attention to that first half, which left a big deficit on the board for the Pelicans.
Their effort on the board has been horrendous. That's a good way to get blown out. Only way they can turn this thing around is to start winning the rebounding battle, to win the battle of possession. Otherwise, they're my favorite. Avocado toast.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. He's out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the 2. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. And the Pelicans with possession here, following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Martin against McCollum. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. That one goes. Count it. Valanciunas has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for New Orleans.
After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last 3 years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend.
Now here's McCollum, following the miss by LaMelo Ball. 13 feet away. He can't get that one to fall. Charlotte leading by 20. Oubre for 3. And the Hornets miss again.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
McCollum against Ball. And here's Ingram from the arc. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Ball against McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Ooh, physicality from Valanciunas on the glass. Securing the ball and sending it right back.
Pass to Washington. Washington with a screen on Ingram. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Now here's Ingram. He's got 7. Shoots over ball. And that one's good. Ingram's got 9 points.
Looking silky smooth there. I like watching Brandon Ingram use the mid-range area.
Martin dishes to Plumlee. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
It was an ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Ingram against Oubre. Now here's Hayes. He's tightly guarded. Pass to McCollum. From downtown. A shot off that time. And the Hornets now going the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. Plumlee, the pass to Oubre. They need this one, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram. During his childhood, Hurricane Katrina forced Kelly Oubre Jr.'s family out, and they had to move.
And the Oubre family moving from New Orleans to Houston. Kelly saying he still thinks about the day his family left NOLA. Feels lucky they found a new home.
And the first one drops. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
That one misses. Pelicans trailed by 17. And a wide open look for McCollum. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. And that's now 9 points for C.J. McCollum. Oubre outside. Plumlee with a screen on Ingram. Plumlee finds Martin. Oubre, no one around him. Charlotte no good that time either.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Now McCollum, he's got 9. Ingram outside. Hayes with the screen for Ingram. Fires the 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
You must chase Ingram off the three-point line. He's too dangerous of a threat to hit a triple.
And the Hornets call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hayward's checked in.
One more time, a huge cheer for your Pelicans.
is Ball. He's got 8. Washington with the screen on McCollum. Ball, the pass to Washington. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's Ball that time on the assist by Oubre. Ball's got 11 points.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Now here's Valanciunas. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game.
Gordon Hayward, second personal foul.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3 ball for these guys.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
He's a big man who plays to his strengths. Valanciunas offers a lot of grit and toughness.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Nick Richards comes in for Mason Plumlee. And Smith subbed in for Ball. Valanciunas hits them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Smith sets the pick for Hayward. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And that's where the added muscle Hayward has put on during his career comes into play. So effective in combating an aggressive defense.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Valanciunas with a screen on Hayward. Ingram finds Valanciunas. Got a hand on it. Smith outside. That's tipped. Here's Alvarado. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Oubre passes to Washington. Sweet little floating. Washington's got 7 points.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Here's Alvarado. Valanciunas with the ball. Now the pass to Ingram. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ingram. 3 on the clock. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
He goes hard to the cup. Valanciunas, one of the best roll men in the game.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 22 is their biggest lead. Now here's Oubre. 7 points in the game.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Passes it to Valanciunas. To the inside. Let's go. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Ingram.
Great competitive play from Ingram tonight, and his teammates are sharing in his excitement.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 17. Shoots from 12. And that one hits back iron. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Alvarado. He kicks it to Ingram. Shoots from the line. Another one falls for New Orleans.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Smitty, the talented Larry Nance, has a very complete game, doesn't he?
He does. He does a little bit of everything for this team. Scores, rebounds, passes, defends. Kevin, he's such an excellent role player.
Now, here's Oubre. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Daniel. Goes back up, and they pick up 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the third. There's the pick. Smith kicks to Oubre. Pass to Hayward. To the wing right side. Clock at 4. Washington sets the pick for Oubre. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Valanciunas dishes to Ingram. Over Hayward. And it's Ingram missing. Charlotte leading by 7. Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. To the middle. Here's Smith. No good that time. Nance with some nice D. The Pelicans shooting just 34% from the floor. Daniels passes to Alvarado. And Valanciunas kicks to Ingram. Valanciunas with a screen on Hayward. Here's Ingram. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Richards passes to Oubre. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ingram attacking. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here's Oubre. 7 points in the game. The tray. And no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's Charlotte. They're up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. The guard and off guard are Ball and Martin. McDaniels is out there with Hayward. And it's Richards in at the center position. And Hayes kicks to Murphy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, Graham. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 7th rebound here tonight. Martin the pass to Ball. Hayward outside. Back to Ball. Inside, here's Richards. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
Good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
Now here's Graham. Valanciunas. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for that game against the Warriors, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
The first free throw is good. Plumlee is checked in for Charlotte. Valanciunas hits them both.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Graham against Martin. The shot by Hayward, wide open. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And there's the pass to Graham. Ball against McCollum. It's not going to go for him. And the Hornets now going the other way. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Doesn't go for him. Plumlee with some nice D. Ball against McCollum. Ball with the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Hornets lead.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Out to the wing. Here's Valanciunas. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 11 rebounds in the game. Ball up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Hayward outside. Lets it go from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Cullen passes to Valanciunas. Kicks to Murphy. McCollum outside. Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Now Ball. Over McCollum. And too long on the shot.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
For him against Martin. Here's McCollum. Hornets with the rebound. Plumlee's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Now here is Martin. Outside, Ball. Murphy against Hayward. Over Murphy. Plumlee trying to break loose. Off the left rim and out. Pelicans trail by 7. Murphy dishes to McCollum. Got that one. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
We see you, C.J. McCollum, playing down low.
Pass to Plumlee. Plumlee with a screen on Murphy. Outside for Martin. Outside, Ball. Plumlee sets the pick for Ball. Nice form on the 20-footer. Here's McCollum. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Get ready to perform. Give it up for your Pelicans breaker.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. So here is New Orleans. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Charlotte. McDaniels got his 4th rebound in this one. Now the feed to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
Cullen passes to Hayes. The dish to Ingram. No block shot. And McDaniels with the block. And here is Ball. He kicks to Hayward. Six to shoot. Plumlee with a screen on Ingram. Hayward dishes to Plumlee. Off on the layup. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. 9-point game. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, that is why we call CJ a combo guard. He can score with the best, but he also can facilitate.
And it's Martin penetrating. Out to Hayward. Pass the ball. The pass to McDaniels. No good on the triple. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Ingram with it. Now guarded by Ball. Pass to Valanciunas. And here is Ingram. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ingram. And he gets it to go. Ingram's got 17 now, just in the second half.
A sound jumper goes a long way in this league. Ingram understands that and makes the most of his.
Charlotte calls timeout. Daniels is checked in for Devontae Green. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Washington's checked in. Martin with it. Plumlee sets the pick for Martin. Kicks it to Plumlee. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Assist goes to
And the Hornets lead by 7.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Pass to Hayes. Now here's Ingram. Count it and the foul. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Hey, this is what you want out of your max guys. Ingram stepping up in the moment.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Gordon Hayward.
second team foul. At the line for your Pelicans, Brandon Ingram. Shooting 1.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Hornets leading by 4. Ball feeling it out a bit. Steps back and fires. Plumlee, no luck.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Ingram outside. Back to McCollum. New Orleans moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Valanciunas has got 4 points this quarter.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Back to Ball.
2 minutes remaining.
Plumlee with a screen on McCollum. Ball, the pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. McCollum with the ball, now guarded by Ball. McCollum against Ball. Three-pointer, Daniels, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
So clever with the rock. C.J. McCollum is always looking for someone he can set up.
Outside, Ball. Plumlee with a screen on McCollum. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 6 assists now in the game.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's McCollum. Basket counts. McCollum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Experience paying off right here. CJ is outstanding.
McCollum against Ball. And the basket is good. Ball's got 21.
And that is a big-time basket. LaMelo entered the league at 19 with such high expectations. This young man Ball is used to the spotlight.
Now here's McCollum. Valanciunas with a screen on Ball. McCollum passes to Valanciunas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Valanciunas hits a healthy amount of his freebies. Needs to knock him down here.
At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2.
The big man, Valanciunas, can he get the job done at the line in a big spot?
Valanciunas hits them both.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Team foul. Shooting for Charlotte, LaMelo Ball. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
And this is who Ball is, a guy that embraces getting fouled and wanting to step it up for his team.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Taken 3rd overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 3. 34 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
.34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. McCollum against Ball. Valanciunas with a screen on Ball. Here's McCollum. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
LaMelo Ball. 2 shots.
2 shots.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
Pelicans with possession here. Here's McCollum. Good.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Shooting for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball at the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
They're looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
No good from Valanciunas, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Third personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Hornets, P.J. Washington taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
So it's the Hornets picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. As New Balance presents our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.